Hello, sixth period. How are you today? Now, listen, I am doing something for our school, so I am in the building. You never know when I'm going to pop in. In fact, I may be back before this video is over. So, you know what I expect, little behavior of the highest degree. Congratulations on finishing your mental challenge. Now you are doing the Africa Geography Travel Research assignment. Let me tell you this, a couple things. First, it is not a tribe group project. That is correct. It is not a tribe group project. It's not a whole group. You can partner with two people. That's it. And that's not three people total. That is two people. You and somebody else can partner to do this. Or you can choose to do it by yourself. There will be no one partnering with another tribe. You're only partnering with your tribe, only one person. So there'll be a maximum of two of you. Now you'll notice your assignment is this. You are completing some research on two of three items. That is either number one, designing a travel presentation for a group on the Nile, the Niger, and Lake Victoria, and design travel presentation for a group going to Kenya, Tanzania, and a travel project for the entire continent of Africa. You're to pick two of those. Now, here's my suggestion. Number one and number two do not link up really well. Okay, they don't link very well. So I wouldn't pick those two combos. I would pick 1 and 2 or 1 and 3. Or if you're crazy, I would choose 3 and 2 or 3 and 1. Got it? Okay. Because again, Africa, all of Africa goes with Kenya and Tanzania. All of Africa goes with Nile River, Niger River, and Lake Victoria. So I think you're getting this. I think you got this. All right. Now, here's what you do. And it's the same thing, and you repeat it over again in each area. So let's just go down the list. You include your major historical significance or sites. What is the history behind the Nile River, the Niger River, Lake Victoria, for instance? Are there any religious activities that have to do with that those rivers? Obviously, there are. What is artistic importance? Obviously, there is. So what can you find? Secondly, what are the major physical features in the region? So you're going to be looking at that region, the Nile River, where it runs, where it goes through, how long is the Nile River, where are its tributaries, what does it form, when it reaches its apex, different things like that. Does it flow north to south, south to north, east to west? For instance, you got that. Okay. If you're doing physical features, you get to Lake Victoria. I better hear about Victoria Falls. Okay, so that needs to be in there. Now you do have access here. If you click on physical features, you will notice there's a points of interest. You can go there and look. It's kind of an interesting takeaway. You're also going to be talking about places to take adventures. And I like this. This is where we kind of will tie into science just a little bit. And so we tie together into science. You're going to recognize this word right here called wildlife. Yes, wildlife. Talk about the animals, and we'll talk about them in just a minute. So what are the animals in that part of the world? Finally, with all of these, so you really only have to do this once, this third area down here, this one right here, explain the diversity of religions, but it's within these tribes, these ethnic groups of Arab, Ashanti, Bantu, and then one more, Swahili. Okay, you guys seeing that? So those are your areas. So what is the religion that is there? If only we read an article and did a map that talked about the religion in Africa that dealt with the Arabs, Ashantis, Bantu, and Swahili. Okay, now you're also going to talk about the ethnic differences. What are the ethnic differences in these tribes? And then finally, you're going to talk about healthcare. And the healthcare issue for us is really a big deal. And notice I have a link as well. If I can get it to work, that is a link. Well, it's not wanting to work. Bam, there it is. There's a link that talks about healthcare in Africa, and you can go and you can look at those items. That one is on all three of them, which means you don't have to double up. So you're only doing that one once. And so it works out. Now, as bold as I can be here, here are your site plans. If you're going to go in your slides, here it is right here. Notice this. First of all, tribal and ethnic groups. I see 3 slides here because you're talking about 3 slides, Arabs, Ashanti, Bantu, and Swahili. You can do those in 3 slides. All right, you might need 4. I don't know. What's the background? What's the historical issues of these tribes? What are the religious practices of these tribes? You getting that? Okay, you got that. The next is, what are the background importance of the population in these areas? So we're going to talk population. But then it also starts talking about healthcare concerns. So that's where your healthcare comes in. I don't care what order you put these in. You can put them in whatever order you want. But this is what needs to be on these slides. I see 2 slides on that one. Fun food, local restaurants. Now, this is similar but different than what we did in Asia. We did a travel research project in Asia. With that, you had to do, think about this, you had to do airplane, you had to do budget, you had to do places to stay, places to eat. Remember that? We're not doing airplane, places to stay. You don't have a budget. But what's some of the things that we could eat? What are some of the local things that we can do? So you do want to put that down here. Maybe, what are some proper clothing that you might want to wear? So do some research on it. This is a reminder, pictures, videos, put pictures on this thing. Y'all know that. You're good at that by this point. All right, down here, continue this. Location, places of interest nearby. Now we're not just talking about, again, we're talking about Lake Victoria. Well, what's a place nearby? Victoria Falls. So that's somewhere nearby. Give me some background behind it. When's the best time to go and all that stuff, pictures, videos. I like this last one. This is animals. Okay, so look at the wildlife, look at their biomes, look at their habitats, the importance, all of these things. And I know that's not spelled right, but y'all are good. And so what are their food sources, different items? That's your slide presentation. Now, the writing portion of this is an individual assignment. So everybody, I'm going to get, there's 122 of you in this room. So I'm going to get 122 of these editorials. And you're writing to me about healthcare issues in Africa. So you're going to tell me about some of these. Make sure you include your current and major diseases that are going on, efforts that are happening, the effects of those diseases. Look at the issues like COVID. Look at Ebola. Look at AIDS. Those are some of the major issues. You're also going to find in some of these countries tuberculosis. It's pretty big. See, and right now you're studying some of that stuff where ELA. That's right. So we've got a crossover. So you got crossover between social studies, science, and ELA in this one assignment. This one. That's kind of a cool deal. You're also going to find a link on your Google Classroom to the CDC. That is an interactive map. Go down to the map section. You'll see it at the bottom. Any of the countries that are in blue, you can click on those and it will take you to that country and it'll give you a breakdown of what's going on with the diseases of that country, the history of the disease in that country, and what are the top 10 ways that people die in that country and things like that. That's significant. Use that site. It's really, really important and you can dig in. All right, here's what you have to do. You have to pick your partner. Secondly, ready? You have to find out which one of these 2 you're going to do. 1 and 2, 1 and 3, 2 and 3. Got it. So we pick which one are we going to do, and we start digging in on our research. Miss Stacia's in the room, I think. So she has been in this room before. She knows how to do this project. She's a source of information. Please ask her. She's willing to help you. She can give you some suggestions of where to go, what to do, and what to look for. Plus, on top of that, ladies and gentlemen, she is a world traveler, so she can help you on some of those items. Please use her as a resource. Secondly, and this is for Miss Stacia and for you, you may listen to your nasty, janked up, awful music as long as you have earbuds, okay? You can listen to your own nasty music. So you get yourself fired, not me fired this time. Got it? All right. So there you go. So Eli, you want to listen to that dirty song, as long as your earbuds are in and you don't get turned in, you're in good shape. All right. You guys have any questions? What? Any questions? I'm sorry, I can't hear you. Oh, well, there's a reason I can't hear you. You're not in the room. Okay. So if you have any questions, write them down and email me those questions or something. I'll be back soon. Congratulations. You guys can do this. When's it due? March the 7th. Oh, how many people? 2. Oh, can you listen to your own music? Yes, you can listen to your own music. Oh, can you go to your own websites and look for stuff on your own? Yes, you can. Okay, y'all are good.